Hey everyone. I was having trouble sleeping and decided to meditate and try and just unwind a little bit in that way. And I had something on my mind, I think, that just needed to come through in the cards and on video. And that is the twin flame soulmate connection happening thing that I see a lot on YouTube of where your twin flame is at this point and why they're not in contact or no contact with your soulmate and why they're not reaching out. And I'm here to tell you that not everyone considered a soulmate or your twin flame is necessarily meant to stay with you throughout your lifetime physically in the 3D world. And I think a lot of people are under the misconception around this time that their soulmate or their twin flame is simply working through dark night of the soul type energies, and that they are trying their best energetically, emotionally, and spiritually to pull themselves together and basically reach out to you, get back with you. And I don't see that happening. I am not by any means trying to be a Debbie Downer, but back to when I was meditating, I had a certain vision. If to explain it better, it's almost like a dream, but more of a daydream. Although I'm not in control of the dream, and I'm not dreaming it and daydreaming it from where I'm coming from or what I want to dream about. This came to me during meditation randomly. And what I saw and dreamt was you sleeping very peacefully, very happily, and your soulmate twin flame, I'm just going to call them the twin flame. The twin flame came to you in your sleep while you were sleeping, kissed you on your cheek, and said that they have to go and they were saying goodbye. And you, half asleep and half smiling and happy to have felt their lips on your cheek and to see them or feel them again, you kind of said, okay, but where are you going? Where do you have to go? And your twin flame said, I don't know. It was almost like he was told, or they were told, that they had other plans and that they had to be and do something else, be somewhere else. And they were saying goodbye to you. And you kind of just said, okay, bye. And you started to fall back asleep. You were very tired. And you realized that they didn't walk out of the room and leave. You still felt their presence while you were falling back asleep. And so you opened your eyes and you turned around and they were still in the room, but against the far end of the room, against a wall, sitting against the wall, crying. And tears were coming down. And you felt a whole big wave of emotion again for this person. And you went over there, woke up, got out of your bed, went over to this person, to your twin flame, and you said, don't cry, it's okay. I'm going to stay with you. I'll be with you. And they said, really? And you said yes. And you got up, you started walking together. And as you were walking side by side, you were now outside, outdoors, and you were heading somewhere. And you put your arm around their waist and they put theirs around yours. And you started confessing to each other how much you missed each other, how much you missed just their touch, what they felt like, their skin, their body warmth, just being together and having them in your presence and feeling their aura right there with you. And it just felt like being in love. It just felt like being in love again. And everything was great until you got to this, it was almost like a doorway that led down into a basement type club. And that basement type club, I just knew intuitively that there was a lot of, let's just say, not so good things happening down in that club. It was stairs going down, almost like a cellar going into a basement. And there was all types of gambling going on, promiscuous men, women, and there was probably, alcohol, drugs, all types of things that would entice somebody that might have had an addiction or has an addiction, let's put it that way. And your person, your twin flame, said, come on, let's go. Let's check it out. And you already knew, no, that's not where I want to go. That's not where I want to be with you. And that's not where I want you to be. And as you were saying that, a person walked past them going down the stairs to go into the club. And it was a very attractive person. And your twin flame more or less broke their neck to look at this person and kind of like gawked at them. And right then and there, you knew that they basically were, their attention was diverted to this, I guess you can say, this almost like they were being swayed to something that caught their interest, that you knew was nothing but trouble. And you knew that if you joined them, that your life wouldn't be, what you want it to be. And it wouldn't be the same, those feelings that you had walking to the place without realizing where you were walking to, those feelings wouldn't exist once you went down those stairs and into that place. So that was the whole, and that made me feel like that was closure. That was like true closure, and probably closure that a lot of people never got when it came to, separating from their twin flame. So these are new oracle cards called Wisdom of the House of Night oracle cards. From Colette Barron, and I'm going to just pull maybe 1-2 cards for the overall energy of this twin flame dilemma, so to speak. And I'm not going to read these in reverse because they're oracle cards, but these are the 2 cards that I pulled. I pulled Obedience, and I pulled Cycles. So to me, the Obedience card resonates with the vision that I had of you standing at that doorstep, going down into that, the staircase into that place that you knew was no good. Okay. And you stood your ground. You didn't let anything influence you to just give up everything you're about again, to be with this person. Okay, you're a different person. You have a different mindset. You weighed your options super quickly when it came to going down there, and you were not going to go down blindfolded, okay? You were not going to go with him blindfolded or them blindfolded, okay? And the cycles card to me represents just how you started, where you came from with this relationship, and how much knowledge you have gained and the lessons learned just from having this, back and forth. It could be weeks, months, years even, of wondering about this twin flame, and feeling like this is something that, should be set back in place again in this lifetime. You don't want to lose it forever. But this soulmate there's different plans for this twin flame person. There's different plans. Spirit, universe, whatever you want to call it, has different plans for this person. And what you need to do is focus on what you, here's this card, invisible. Okay? So what you need to do is focus on the bad things. When you do have to think about this person, when you can't help but think about this person, the connection and the wonder and the worry and everything else that goes along with hoping and praying that this works out, or that they change, or that you both can change together and make this work again. What you need to do is focus on exactly what that lesson was, why you are no longer together, why you are better without them, why you are stronger, better, and better off without them. Okay? And think about those lessons that you learned, that were taught to you. Okay? That person can be considered a twin flame that came in to teach you, or bring you through the dark night of the soul, so to speak, and taught you what it takes. Maybe they didn't give you the strength necessarily, you found it on your own, but you were able and willing by the time it was all said and done, you were able and willing to focus on yourself, to take that love that you were giving and literally pour it into your own cup. Okay? And you just need to stay on your path where you are now and do whatever it takes to be grateful for every day that you have that was giving to you, and how long and how much you've come along, and how great things are. I mean, think about how your life is now. You don't answer to anybody. You're not pulling anybody out of tight spots. You're not being mentally, exhausted, and you're not being manipulated, and you're not, you're free. You have a certain freedom and independence now, that those things are building you up as a person and as an empress. Okay? So just know that a lot of the readings on the twin flames really want to give hope to people that are basically heartbroken and pining for even years for their twin flame. And like I said, I don't mean to be negative or bearer of bad news, but there does not have to be a connection and where you stay with that twin flame. You can be soulmates, you can be twin flames, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to spend the rest of your lives together. Okay? In this here and now anyway. Who knows? You might see them again in another lifetime, and they might straighten their shit out by then, and you might have your shit straightened out by then. Let's hope. But in the meantime, just focus on yourself, Focus on nature, beauty of life. Focus on your immediate family, your children, your blessings, your job, your business, whatever it takes, and yourself. You are something to be reckoned with the pride you have in yourself and the strength that you have. You should be totally proud of yourself at this point in life. So just focus on you, and what will be, will be. Okay? Good luck, guys. Love you.